Around 2 years ago, when I first discovered Japanese media, I fell in love with a particular band whose music I felt had changed my life. This is the story of Lamp. Taiyo Somiya was born in 1979 in Musashino, Tokyo. From a very young age, Somiya was exposed to music. His father was also a musician, a fan of Jimi Hendrix, a guitarist. In high school, Somiya became increasingly interested in music. Here, he met a young Yusuke Nagai, who Somiya recruited as a rhythm guitarist in his now two-person band. They quickly fell apart in a year, however, as they lost interest. In university, Somiya became exposed to more genres of music. This included Latin American music, primarily bossa nova. Somiya and Nagai considered creating a new band and agreed to do so upon meeting Kaori Sakakibara, the third and last member of Lamp. Under Motel Bleu as their record label, Lamp created their first album, Soyokaze Apartment Room 201. Since I'm biased, I like every song. However, to save time, I'd like to focus on a few specific songs. Somiya had created Raindrop City during the rainy season, hence the name. To me, this is the face of the album. It's super catchy and has a very happy mood. The production of the song was not easy though, with Sakakibara stating that the vocals of the song were by far the hardest of the album. Windy Afternoon is the true first song of the album, and the more conventionally viewed face of the album. Its initial conception was from Nagai simply humming the tune in a room, but the final product culminated from all three members, which made it fitting as the cover song. The short flute interlude was from Sakakibara, and the playful outro was from Somiya. The lyrics are inspired by Nagai, who Sakakibara said had a more youthful approach to the lyrics. Somiya wrote From the Window during a period of influence from numerous bossa nova artists. He wanted to make Soyokaze Apartment Room 201 more conceptually sound, so he included this song as the closer of the album. The lyrics are generally pretty melancholic and relating to farewells. The lyrics of the song also take place in an apartment room, which Somiya is fascinated by because of the chill vibe that it perhaps holds. It's weird, but honestly, I get it though. Soyokaze Apartment 201 did not culminate in much success, however, and Lamp created their next album in 2004 with complete creative control, attempting to make all decisions in place of their label. This album is called For Lovers and is now regarded as the band's magnum opus, with the most average listens on Spotify for each song. Paraphrasing Lamp themselves, this album showed development, and their influences were more seamlessly integrated. Their primary goal with this album was to move away from ubiquitous pop. For Lovers is also special because of the vocals. In this album, the harmonization is often done by Nagai or Sakakibara, with one of them usually serving as both the main vocals and backing vocals. This is seen in For Lovers, the song currently playing in the background. Initially suggested by Nagai, Somiya had first opposed the inclusion of this song, but agreed after realizing it provided a sense of unity for the album. Somiya described it to be a very beautiful but sad song. Personally, I recognize this song as my favorite of the album, especially because it's so uniquely different from the sound that Lamp typically carries. As one of Lamp's most popular songs, the genius of this song is enjoyed by many across the world. Hirogaru Namida is another song written by Nagai, which Somiya felt represented Nagai's extreme growth as a composer. So, Somiya offered nearly zero feedback, which was unusual since Somiya was so involved in all other songs. The interchanging and overlapping female and male vocals feels almost like bittersweet dialogue between two characters of the song. This song is easily one of Lamp's most popular songs, because it's frankly quite easy to listen to. It tells the story of two young lovers missing their last train, and wandering around the city together with only each other and the nighttime views as company. Despite its face value simplicity, the song is actually quite complex with musical motives, which is why Somiya ultimately felt unimpressed with this song, since the individual parts of the song are frankly incompatible to her. It doesn't bother me though, because I'm a casual listener. Tomorrow Comes I Will is an old song, and was actually written by Nagai 2 years prior to the release of even Soyokaze Apartment 201. Somiya felt that it represented Lamp, so he wanted to include it in For Lovers. However, Nagai had initially refused, and had only accepted years later for reasons unexpressed. In this song, Sakakibara adjusted the lyrics to a female perspective, which gives the song a much softer female edge. This is another song that avoids the sound of pure ubiquitous pop, which Nagai and Sakakibara had embraced despite Somiya's doubt of his own melodies. Although I stated For Lovers as the magnum opus of Lamp, Lamp Gensou has an equal amount of hard hitters in the discography. This album does have higher emphasis on vocals, which makes the songs more simplistic in practice, but more pure in nature. Nagai and Sakakibara both stated their satisfaction with this aspect of the album. The song playing currently is titled Beyond the Rainy Night. The interesting thing with this song is how the verse and chorus are notably different in vocal complexity. Take a listen. Additionally, Nagai sings the verse while Sakakibara sings the chorus exclusively, which lends the song an interesting duality of style. Yume Utsutsu is not only the hard hitter and most listened song in Lamp Gensou, but it is also the most listened song and most played song by Lamp on Spotify. For this song, I wanted to show a few quotes from the band members of Lamp.
この曲はとてももちろんいい意味で難しい曲ですので、アルバムに収録できてよかったです。
雨の日に感じる不思議なしっとり感を描きたかったのですが、それができたかどうか今のところ自分でも分かりません。私たち3人全員が一つの共同作品を作成するのはこれが初めてです。
This song is called Hatachi no Koi, which means 20-year-old's love. The song was also surprisingly conceived when Somiya was only around 20 years old, which means that the song is actually now 24 years old, even older than I am. Somiya said that he was influenced by tanka poems, an ancient type of Japanese poetry. The poems follow a specific 5-7-5-7-7 pattern, and the song follows a similarly strict syllable pattern. A few years ago, I had asked Lamp about production of merch on their Instagram, but they had stated that it simply wouldn't sell enough to make it worth it. A few weeks ago, however, I visited Japan, and on that trip, I discovered Lamp's products in a music store in Kyoto, in a section labeled Foreign Hits, which meant that Lamp had garnered a considerable audience overseas. This is supported by their Spotify viewership, which has also grown by a significant amount. Hopefully, they will continue in this trajectory. So that about summarizes the video. If you really enjoyed the video, please leave a like or perhaps subscribe. This is my first more high effort video, so I think there's plenty of revisions I can make, but keep your eye out for the next video, I guess. Thanks for watching.
Train